Hey everybody, we've got a special video for you here today, nearing the end of the year, so perfect time to look back at the year and say, hey, what did I paint this year? And here is everything I painted in 2014. I'm going to go through each of the units one by one and tell you about the numbers and all that stuff as I go along, but I want to say thank you for everyone's support and motivation, inspiration over the last year. It's been a fantastic year, best year for painting for me. Last year was really good, this year was just amazing, and I hope that 2015 shares the numbers, and maybe I'll do better. Who knows? I'm looking forward to 2015. If 2014 was any indication of where my hobbying is going, I'm going to be really happy with next year. So, anyway, let's check out what I've done. So you remember the big bulk of U.S. infantry I did? Well, yeah, thanks to Tristan and challenging me to get my guys painted, I painted 38 infantry in 7 days, which is just crazy, crazy. I definitely am very happy he challenged me. You know, it was just a joke, start off as a joke, but it ended up being the push that I needed to get these guys out of that box where they had been there for an entire year, more than a year. It was from um, Father's Day last year that I picked it up, and it was just sitting around doing nada. So finally got them done. Yeah, it was just a lot of dudes, and you can also see some airborne in the back, which I did earlier in the year, and in the very middle is the artillery piece that I just finished in Ringo's Advent Challenge. So, and thank you to Ringo for putting that challenge together. That was great motivation to get some guys done, including the three-man anti-tank, or I guess anti-infantry too, artillery piece for the airborne. So I now have definitely have a playable U.S. infantry force, the tank and what's it called? The half track. They're coming in the new year for sure. If I feel like I need the half track, definitely the tank because I'm going to need something to destroy enemy tanks with. Hopefully, I'll get to play bolt action in the near future. I'm really eager to do it. I'm really trying to convince two of my buddies to get their stuff ready to play, even if it's not painted. I don't care. I just want to play the game. I've had it forever, and I just want to play it. Especially with the new books that I just picked up. I really want to get it done, get it played. So very cool. Lots of guys here. I'm very happy with the way they turned out. I even did some highlighting on these guys to make them look even better. So it's important to me if I put some highlighting in there. Next group, Muskets and Tomahawks. I only got one small demo game in this year. That will change the new year. I will play more. My goal is to get to 400 points for each side. It's not even a big game. That's like a medium-sized game. But I think that will be a good size of a game. That'll get a lot of stuff on the table and really you'll really be able to enjoy the game at that size. The 200-point demo game is good for learning the game, but I definitely think that that it needs to be bigger to be better. So that's coming as soon as possible. These are going to be one of my goals for the early months of the new year is to get these guys up to 400 points. A lot of work, but hey, I'm ready for it. So let's look at them a little bit closer. These French. These are French dudes, and they could be either Marines or what else? They're either French or Canadian. I told you I'm blanking on the name. Oh, that's horrible. But these guys were done for the July painting challenge. So thank you to Warboss Tay for putting that challenge together. One of his few and one of the challenges on YouTube that I will definitely be partaking again in next year to really get stuff done. And I love the group aspect, the YouTube community aspect of things like that. So very cool, and looking forward to more of that. Anyway, so these are the French dudes. Yep, some blues and some whites. I think turned out okay. Two of these guys were also done in July, but the rest of these are British Rangers, were done earlier in the year, and they all share the green jacket. So I think they're looking pretty cool. The British Redcoats, interesting to paint. Cool models. I like all these models from Conquest/Warlord. Definitely a big fan of these models, and I have a few more of these guys to paint up. So gotta increase their numbers. So it's gonna be fun. A lot more red and white, and yellow coming up. And then some natives. I painted some natives last year, but these are the ones that I painted this year, and they are those two guys rangers? Those look like rangers. Huh. Anyway, yeah, cool bunch of guys. Definitely interesting to work with all that skin, but I like the way the skin turned out because I had an interesting flesh watch. Hey, that blue guy in the bottom right left hand corner. I think he's a native. He's in the wrong section. You cheater. Anyway, lots of muskets and tomahawks and more guys coming. I didn't even like really set these guys up properly. I just threw them on the table because I wanted to get this done. But yeah, I should organize them better. Um, this is Dystopian Legion / In Her Majesty's Name, and the Prussians here I got done during the July painting challenge. Yeah, I think they're fine. Nothing special. It's like an odd color choice, but I think it's cool for Victorian era. I'd like to try out Dystopian Legions, but I'm happy to play In Her Majesty's Name again for sure. And these guys I'm really happy with. Just I just like the way they turned out. I'm very happy with them and very awesome models. I love Spartan Games models, and these guys are no exception. So very cool, fun to paint, and I like the way they turned out. And in the game, they're cool too. So. Saga. These are my Saga Normans. Missing the Warlord. He's going to be an New Year project. Just because I feel bad having a primed Warlord and everyone else is painted. I also need to get the Riders done for the Hearthguard, and then I'll add to this force later. But early on, I'd just like to finish this force, a 4-point warband, and then increase from there. So we've got one Hearthguard in the back, missing riders, and then the bowman in the front. Just an easy group of guys to paint. Nothing special, just the paint and the wash. And of course, this lighting is garbage for all these models. It just you don't really see the details in the proper coloring, but you've seen pictures before and you've seen video. And then the other Hearthguard and the crossbowman. So just very happy with the way they all turned out. Here for individual models that I painted up. Actually all four of the bases are not done, and the boat I need to do. I should do soon, because I can just get the basing done. It's not a lot of work, but I have to remember how I did have to go back to my blog from when I did the first two and just see what colors I used. The dwarf in the front for Super Dungeon Explorer. Oh, sorry, the boat was for Dreadfleet. By Games Workshop. I'm happy with the way that turned out. The dwarf, simple, cool. I might go back and maybe add some highlights to the beard, which I don't see here. I don't know if he's highlighted in the model. I have to go check him. In the back, there is a Space Wolf Fenrisian Wolf, but I'm using him for the Ogres for Fantasy, and he is a Sabertusk stand-in. I prefer this over the Sabertusk model. I don't know what I'm going to do with the ogres. I do think I'm going to paint them up and sell them in next year. That's one of my other projects for next year, is just to finish that army and sell it, because my opponents don't usually like facing the ogres. So and I'm not playing fantasy right now, so we'll see. I might keep it, might get rid of it. We'll see what happens. And then a giant rat ogre from the Skaven. I love the way he turned out. This picture definitely doesn't do justice. I just loved all the different coloring, so hopefully I can get some good shots of him and show him off. But very happy with the way he turned out. I'm going to do the other Rat Ogre at some point as just like a one-off model, just to get those two guys done, because they're awesome sculpts. Awesome. My first 6 mil project, definitely not my last. This is half of the project that I started off. These are a full DBA force for Marian Romans. I have the Gauls to do still. They've been started, but I'll get them done in the new year as well, of course. Like I say, for everything. I probably will not be using this for a DBA. I will most likely use these for a sword and spear, which is an interesting rule set, and I am looking forward to trying that out, but I do need to finish up the other models first, so I better get cracking on that. Very happy with 6 mil. I definitely want to do more 6 mil. Probably with my Crusaders, I will be doing it for Deus Vult. They paint up so nicely, and even though there's like a lot of guys on there, it's not a hard thing to paint. So definitely cool, and they look cool on the table when there's so many of them. Helldorado, the guys in the back. This is from the starter. box for the Westerners. The guys in the back I did earlier in the year, and then for Spookytoberfest, which is where I painted the boat as well, Warboss Tay's other challenge, the one in October, I painted the front two guys just because of the theme of the game. Interesting game. I'd like to play it again, or just sell this and the rule book, and Andrew's got a starter, and maybe we'll just combine forces and try to just sell that off. A good game, but it's got to compete with all the rest. So I don't know. Maybe we'll try it out and like it and have fun with it. But there's just so many games out there and just lots to enjoy. 5 Grey Knights. And these are one of the most recent things I painted during the Advent Challenge by Ringo. So thanks again, Ringo, for having your Advent Challenge. It was nice and motivating, even though you didn't get to do much. There were a lot of people that got to do quite a bit. So very cool to see people posting and sharing all that stuff. So these Grey Knights, so simple, only took a few nights to do, and I've got 5 more of these guys to build and then paint, 5 of the Terminators, and then the Dread Knight. And I have got a small force. I just need an HQ choice. I'm just going to borrow one of Andrew's, and we're going to get this on the table in the next few weeks. I'm going to get Scott back to joining us, and I'm going to learn this game and probably like it. Hopefully not too much, but just enough to play it, and hopefully not buy more, because that's always a problem. Wrong way. Relic Knights. You saw this a lot recently, a blurry picture, but this is the Relic Knights starter for the Star Nebula Corsairs. Another thing that Andrew and I are going to get cracking on. We're going to get his built and hopefully painted, but definitely built, because I want to play this game and enjoy it, and I think if we get it on the table and learn its intricacies, it'll be an enjoyable experience, and there's great models, and I have a ton more to do, so looking forward to working on more of these pirates and the like. And here's the last model. I was scrambling around, and I didn't edge his base because I don't know what I'm going to do for the basing, but this guy's pretty much finished, and he's a 15 millimeter figure for he'll be for both Lion Rampant and Saga Crescent and Cross, which are 2 games that I will be working towards in the new year as well. I'm going to be doing the Crusader era, so I can use it for both games. I'll need a little bit more for Lion Rampant, but they're usable for both games, so which is going to be awesome. I love the dual purpose figures. But I also included this guy at the end because I counted up everyone I had painted, and I was at 172, and I'm like, oh man, I'm only like 10 away from the halfway mark of 365. So I really wanted to get 2 models one model every 2 days of the year, and I wanted that number, and I was like, but then I realized, hey, the Airborne that that were still in the box, they actually painted them this year. So I checked on YouTube. Yep, I painted those guys up this year, added them to the table. That got me to 182. And this dude, this little guy who's 15 millimeter, is 182 and a half. He's my 182 and a half model. Because he's a little itty bitty guy, he's going to count as a half a model. Just because it gets me to exactly 1 model every 2 days of the year. So that's what I painted, 182 models and a half this year. Some bases were not done, some riders were not done, but in terms of full figures, that's what I got done, and that includes the 6 mil dudes. I'm just going to go backwards in the pictures while I talk. So that is my best year so far in painting. Last year was good, like I said, but this year was just awesome. And definitely the challenges helped. July Painting Challenge, I successfully did this year, which I didn't do last year. And Advent Challenge was really good. Spookytoberfest wasn't so good, but my 7-day challenge in September for doing the 38 models, that was really good. So lots done here, and again, you can see just nice, one big table full of awesomeness. So I definitely hope that 2015 has some repetition of high number of models. Just really proud of myself and happy with how everything came out, and definitely looking forward to more of the painting. Now my goal, on top of painting this, that, and the other thing, lots to paint in the new year, is also playing. This was one of my worst years for gaming, and definitely the worst year in the last few years of gaming. I only got to 105 games this year. And that's some of that is online, or not online, but digital gaming, like Pandemic on the iPad. I just had to include it because, man, I was getting nothing done, and sometimes there were weeks and weeks and weeks and almost months that went by with nothing. So definitely need to play more in the new year, especially minis games, because I have all these minis that need to be used, and I have lots more coming. So hopefully I can get my gaming numbers up. But at the very least, I'm gonna get painting numbers up, and yeah, definitely excited about that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the support throughout the year, and honestly, there's going to be more in the coming weeks, months, year, and years, and I hope you are here throughout, and just enjoy, and hopefully you're painting and hobbying this year, or gaming, or whatever your thing is, you've done well in 2014, and here's well wishes to all the best in 2015, and hope we all reach our goals, whatever they may be. So thanks again for watching, and have a good one. Bye.